Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, we're going to be talking about Uranus and Pisces in a natal chart. Now, first off, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on Uranus placements in a natal chart. They're a little bit concise. Some people may have referred to them as snappy. So what I decided to do is make another series on them, in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So, first thing up, well, Uranus in astrology is connected with friends and acquaintances. So, one or more of these people, may actually be a Pisces sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be people, that are very reticent, self-effacing, compassionate, forgiving, sacrificing, emotional, sensitive, maybe a little bit chaotic or nebulous, unclear, can be deceptive and duplicitous, and maybe unrealistic as well. It might be dreamy people, people that fantasize a lot and dream about what they want to do and in their life, their career, what have you. And it could also be, one or more of these people may be in a Piscean profession, whether it's working in boating, fishing, spirituality, something with the metaphysical, which includes astrology, um, anesthesiology, oceanography, poetry, dancing, chemistry, photography, as some examples. And also, Uranus in astrology is connected with groups, clubs, and organizations. So, this person may be, people that have this placement, may be involved in a group associated with fishing or boating, spirituality, poetry. It could be something with dancing, photography, illusion, magicians, magician group, something with special effects, chemistry, or the metaphysical, which includes astrology, and also, wouldn't exclude the paranormal as a possible group that this person, may be interested in that has this placement in their natal chart. So another thing too about Uranus and astrology, it's connected with our goals, aspirations, and objectives. So having Uranus and Pisces in the natal chart, well, you may be someone that's very idealistic, regarding your objectives, but the objectives may also be nebulous and unclear. There may be some confusion in connection with them. At times they may be unrealistic as far as specific goals and aspirations connected with displacement. Well, that can include again like photography or dancing, poetry. It could be the production of fantasy games. It could be something with chemistry or illusion, special effects, as some examples, photography, the metaphysical, again, which includes astrology, as some examples. And the thing about, and also it's important to be careful and wary not to be self-deceptive in the attainment of goals, aspirations, and objectives that you take on. You set something like, say, unrealistic as to what can be attained in a certain amount of time, as an example. So, anyway, well, Uranus in astrology is also associated with the future. So, being in with Uranus being in Pisces, well, for this person, the future at times may appear again nebulous and unclear. There may be some confusion or ambivalence associated with one's future, where they want to go in their life, and where they're going to be, at a certain point, in time. And also, it could be the future may also be one where the person's very inspired, to go after their future, may be very idealistic in regards to this, but has to be careful in terms of being overly unrealistic. And again, it goes back, to the self-deception that I was talking about before. And the person may be very dreamy regarding, one's future. There might be a lot of fantasies and dreams in connection with this. And, the future for this person, could be something, connected with photography or chemistry or anesthesiology or poetry, dancing, doing something as an addiction counselor, as some examples. And it could be also too, look at this. I mean, Uranus is also associated with the unexpected and unpredictable, things that may transpire in an unexpected or unpredictable fashion. With Uranus and Pisces, these things can include bigger matters pertaining to your dreams. It could be something as an example where, a dream may be attained very spontaneously, such as somebody coming up to you and offering you some job position that's associated with what you may have fantasized or dreamt about. It could also be matters with isolation. There may be things that happen to you during times of isolation, solitude, seclusion that may be either unusual or happen like a very spontaneous matter, and also matters connected with deception, whether it's some kind of fraud that you may experience, like credit card fraud, or being a victim of that, as an example, or even matters of forgiveness. It could be something where somebody may come to you unexpectedly, out of the blue, somebody you might have been some quarrel with, and ask you for forgiveness, or something may come over you at times where you may even ask that, for this as well, or you're willing to express forgiveness toward a person in a very spontaneous manner. It also matters with altruism as well, expressing altruism, and also, people altruistically helping you in matters. Matters with rescuing as well, could be unexpected, or even something, maybe even connected with, it could be photography, or in some cases, it might be something associated with prisons, such as, I'm not saying, the person, has the placement to be wind up in prison being incarcerated, but it could be where there may be, some unexpected, call, maybe a family member is in prison, something happens very spontaneously, or somebody, offers you some position, to do like, some work in a prison, as an example, because Pisces is connected with prisons and imprisonment. Now, the thing is, too, Uranus is also connected with innovation and ingenuity. So Uranus and Pisces in natal chart, and people may express this ingenuity, in matters. It could be connected with, vapors, such as creating, some innovative vaporizer, as an example. Something with photography that's ingenious, or like a camera, you know, um, it could be something associated with chemistry, or even maybe making some breakthroughs in anesthesiology, fishing, boating as some examples, oceanography. Um, the thing is, Halloween, I think, has some kind of fog machine. Maybe in some remote, isolated cases, a person that has this placement may come up with something new, like an advanced fog machine, if that's possible, if that's attainable. And Uranus in astrology is also connected with freedom and independence. So Uranus and Pisces in the natal chart, they may express, or have some more desire for freedom and independence in matters connected with isolation, solitude, seclusion, being able, to go into their own, fantasy realm, in isolation. It could be in matters helping the less fortunate, or people that are incarcerated, helping people that are addicts, such as drug or people that are addicted to drugs or alcohol, things with spirituality, having the freedom to practice, what they believe, as far as from a spiritual standpoint, what they need to do. Um, Matters with isolation, and also, just dealing. I would say too, as far as matters in forgiving others as well, and having the freedom to forgive who you choose to, and not without having interference from other people in doing so. Matters with sacrificing for others, expressing altruism and compassion. Now, Uranus is also associated with unusual or abnormal growth, so there may be a greater propensity, um, to have some kind of, grow abnormal, unusual growth associated with the feet, the toes. I don't know if the pineal gland can have any protrusions or lumps or tumors, but if that's possible, then there would be a greater proclivity for that as well, compared to the average person of having something like that. Or it could also be, something to where, if you have this placement, I mean, Uranus is also connected with spasms, so there might be, greater propensity, to have spasms, the feet or the toes. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard, signing. Stay well.